everyone, welcome to another awesome day of FileMaker training. I'm here with Nick Hunter. So today is day 3. Tomorrow is a conversation about FileMaker 19.5.2, but it's really a conversation with Jacob Taylor about servers. So you have server-related questions, unrelated to robot action, although I guess we could discuss robots if you want, but it's kind of an open Q&A day. As if you want to support the channel, once again, reminder to check out the bundles button right here, and you can see the complete training bundles. We are actively upgrading these, adding additional content, working on that. So that is an ongoing effort here at RCC all the time, all year.
Today we are talking about, we continue talking about the robots, right? But as you saw, what we are going to do, we're going to flow like this, right? To continue, so the first 2 days I explained what we do. Yesterday I start to dig a little bit, and now we are going to open the hood and see how the engine is working, right? Yesterday I explained to you many things, I show you, and it's, oh yeah, by the way, in the same time, I'm going to explain to you and show you all my tips and all the way I'm using FileMaker, how I can get FileMaker to help me, my techniques, my way of working. It's like, everybody, we have our style. So I'm showing you my style, and I explain to you why I'm using this, and I try to get you in to be more efficient and to work less to do more, right? So work less and do more. That's it. It's good. Yesterday, I showed you how we can select an option that will be a script. So because we have, let me show you again. So we have this new function with FileMaker 18, I think, or 17. We have perform script from the list, which is this, right? Or by name, which is, which is by name, the name you want, okay? And it's following the same technique as set fields by name or go to layouts by name. Okay, we have these two, right? So we have go to layout by name, set field by name, perform script by name. So we have plenty of by name stuff, okay? So that gives the opportunity to send the name of the script you want to trigger, not being in the list, not being hard-coded. So what the difference between hard-coded and soft-coded? So we have hard-coded, right? So this is a hard-coded perform script by name, perform script from the list, and I say this one. This is hard-coded. Whatever you do, this is inside the thing. But now, if I'm saying, okay, perform scripts by name, and the name comes from a variable, I can, as I want, send the name, perform the script I want with the same perform script step, okay? So I can use this one script step and say, oh, by the way, you know what? You can perform pretty much all of this if you send the right name, right? So we have a disadvantage on this. The disadvantage is if you say perform script here from the list, and let's say you have this one, okay? And I change the name of this one, right? I change the name, name it 11111. If I go back there, 4020, if I go back there, it changes automatically, right? Because they are connected, hard-coded, hard-connected, right? Change the name, he knows that this is now this one, right? If I go back to the name here, and I'm changing it, okay? If I go back to the 4020A, boom, it changed the name. Now here, if you say you want to go to that script, okay? So you have a variable that return that script name and 28, right? And you say, oh, by the way, the script name is this. This is my script name, right? If you, what's the name? If you change the name, it won't change the name here. So that means it will be broken. You are going to break the thing. So you say, okay, yeah, but that dangerous. Yeah, it could be. But I am limiting the damage. If you do that, it's broken. Because if I go back to there, it's still saying piece of test 1. It didn't change, right? So to limit the damage, the technique I'm using is this one. I am a value list with my name of script, my script names. So it's unlikely that I'm going to rename those scripts because they have one purpose. When you do this, you have only one purpose. Those original import scripts that I created, right? Original. Those, they do one step, one task, one thing. So more likely, I'm not renaming those. And I'm repeating myself many times, but I already said that, and I'm going to repeat it. You do not want to rename anything in FileMaker. You don't rename, you don't delete if you're not sure of yourself. This is a discipline that I've learned working at FileMaker, working with engineers using C++, Java, Xcode, whatever, you name it. Those language, Oleg, for example, we were mentioning that was working there, and I worked with him. He said, yeah, we don't delete this. We don't delete. For example, you have a call, like say in the code, you call an API, for example, in the code. You don't just remove the line and say bye. No. You commented it. That's what they do. They comment like this. That means it's no longer used, but they put here commented out by Nick Hunter on because bug number, blah, 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 blah. Okay, they give an explanation, right? They don't just remove something.
You're talking about inside the FileMaker.
Yeah, inside the FileMaker.
The code that's written that is FileMaker Pro. Yes.
Exactly. The Xcode, the Xcode or whatever, C++, you name it. You don't delete anything. You don't, you don't just, I don't want that, because you work with 60 plus engineers. So, you need to comment, and everything. Sometimes they have what they do. They take a big chunk of the code and they clean it. They have 2 or 3 engineers and they do that for their paycheck. They clean it. They say, okay, this we can remove. Oh, this we can remove. Oh, this we can. They do cleanup. But an engineer that is coding and say, oh, I don't need that. Oh, okay, he's not going to remove, not going to rename anything. You don't rename. You put the same on the side. For example, they need to, I need imported by, and I want to import by name. I want to. Okay, I create another one, and I put on the comment why I did this. But I'm not going and rename the field that maybe that we broke something that is 22 years old in the code, and the guy who built that 22 years ago, maybe dead.
Yeah,
right?
he's gone, long gone.
He's gone and dead. Okay, so so we can. So this, I'm a little bit extreme here, but this is to tell you when you reach a level of sophistication, this is a discipline you need to adopt. Because here we are talking, what we do here, the bot stuff, okay, it's the top of the line, of the feature in FileMaker, right? So it's something really advanced. So when you do something advanced, when you reach that level of sophistication, you don't rename stuff. You don't, So that's why those scripts, I am not going to rename those scripts. Or else if I rename them, I know I need to change I need to do things, right? But you don't rename stuff. So that being said, let me remove my stuff here. Okay. That being said, this is how you select a script, So you put the script name here, you have the script name, you create a value list and you select the scripts, and that will be pretty much an option. Let's say you want to do something with options, right? You can do, you can even do things like, if you check the box, checkbox, execute this, right? So you can check box, and you can use that technique to say, oh, perform script by name, perform script by name, perform script by name. If it's not checked, don't perform, right? So you can have those kind of a very advanced technique here to have a script that performs subscripts, because that's what we call it. A script within a script, we call that subscripts. That's why I call that here subscript imports. Those are subscripts. They are scripts used within a script, right? We call subscripts. Okay. So now I want to create a situation, create a context, okay? Create a situation, and I want to package it, I want to package it, call the FedEx or DHL, and send it to the bot, right? The bot will take reception, unpack, and do whatever is in the box. That's pretty much what I want to do. I want to pack something, right? And then send to the bot, and the bot will say, got it, and the bot will execute what's inside the box. So how we do this? Here, I have a table. So when you want to do something like this, you have 3 tables, right? I'm using the technique. I'm creating a lot of tables. I am a table guy, okay? Why? Because I learned that creating tables save my bleep, okay? Save my behind many times. So you can see here, I have significant amount. Okay, I have some tables that are not mine. They were there from the previous development, right? Because I took over development. But still, mine valid table here will be like out of 88, I will have at least 50, okay, tables. And I have a lot of what I call cross-reference table that I'm going to explain that later. But for example, in my case here, right, this is where I am interested, okay, here. So what I want here, so I want the table. I'm creating a table where I'm putting my file, right? I'm putting my file here. That is where I'm putting my file. In that table, I don't have much things. I have a container. This is where I'm putting this. I have a file name, file size, right? A number, like a what's the name of a record number. How many? Okay, this letter, but the date I added it. Okay, and the import script's name, right? Import script name, this one, which script I'm going to use to import this, right? And stuff like tags, stuff like this. But pretty much the most interesting things I have here, right, is the container when I'm putting the file, the Excel file, the CSV, whatever, right? And the import script name that I'm going to use, right, to import the records into the table. When this is done, when I have this, okay, I am going to select this and launch the process. So now I want to send that to the box. So now the box, this box here, by the way, that's the reason why I put that in the card style. This box here is ready to be sent to the bot. So I'm launching the process. When I launch the process, I don't do much. So yesterday, yes, if you watch the webinar from yesterday, you will see that I'm explaining all of this. And I explained this, okay? So I have here this is for a visual return. This is where I'm saying that pending. I'm putting that started. I'm putting the dates. I'm starting. Because I click. Okay, I start today. Start, right? And I set the variable. So this variable here, okay. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, I did have a question. You said something a little bit ago that you were talking about the card style window, and you said this card style window is ready to, I don't know what the hell you said. It was a translation from whatever, and I didn't come across from.
No, it's yeah, I said this card style, it's a box ready to be sent to the bot. To the bot.
To the bot. To the bot, robot. Got it. You said that really fast, and I didn't understand where you were sending it to. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So here I'm collecting the data I will need to recognize myself. Why? So what is important to you to understand now what I'm going to do? I'm going to send everybody of everybody of you went to FedEx one day. And they ask you first name, last name, your first name, your last name, your address, your phone number, your size, your stuff, if you're married, okay. They ask you 200 billion questions. And they ask you, okay, who is the guy over there? Oh, is that the guy? Yeah, they need that to retrieve themselves, right? If that's a problem, and I'm doing exactly the same thing here. Here I'm saying, okay, this is who I am, okay? This is who I am. Mortality, the ID, the project, the service. I need those, right? Because those are the data that the bot is going to say, okay, what I'm supposed to receive, right? And for who, right? And the address. And it's okay. So the delivery guy over there, he has to send to the right guy. So this is pretty much the information you need. This here is pretty much the instructions. Run this script with that parameters, right? That are instructions. And those are say, oh, by the way, would send this to me? You send that to that guy. Who send it to me? Oh, okay. It's the account name, that the name of the guy, and the queue type is whatever. Okay. So when I have this, I filled up the form. I can call FedEx guy. Okay. Create a new send a new like we say, okay, a new expedition. Okay. But here, the FedEx guy is what I call the queue. So that's another table. So here, I have created a new record in that table. I am in that table, in the original data file. It's the table I use to send, to collect the container and the information. This is where I'm collecting things. Now, the queue table, it's different. This is the transportation, right? It's that the FedEx track, right? So in the FedEx track, I'm putting many things. You know, I give, you know, I need more, I need much more information. But they're all information like, you know, the account name, the application version, and who initiated this, the machine, the script name, the script parameter, because I need now to store the instruction on the paper. I need to put that on the paper. I need to put that down. I need to put that in the box, in the track, the FedEx track to send over there. I need to send the instructions, what to do with the box the guy is going to receive over there, what the bot is going to receive that. You need to know what to do, right? So I'm putting down whatever the script name I want to execute and the parameter. And that is that script doing it. That script says you need to execute, like, you know, it's like in Star Wars, you know, when Palpatine said execute order 66. Okay, that's the same thing. Okay, so I want to execute the order 4130A. Okay, that's what I want to execute. I want the bot to perform that script. It's hard coded. You cannot, you cannot change the name of the script, because that script, you know, I'm going, it's a text, you know, like I demonstrate to you. I'm performing by name. So go ahead.
Yeah, so David Angel says keep track by the record numbers. I'm not sure if that was a question or a suggestion or just an acknowledgement, David. It's one of the little text. Yeah, it's he put a question on there. Keep track of the number of records. Keep track by the number of records, question mark. He's asking that for about 60 seconds ago.
You know, I don't know why I'm asking this, but I never retrieve information with anything else than UUID. Pretty much. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm using UUIDs. Okay. You know, that's why I have ID, and I have 4 to make sure, because I can have multiple mortality original file IDs for a project. I can have multiple service for a project. Right. So I put many IDs to make sure at the end I have the record I want, the record I want, right? Because I have only one. At the end, we had only one.
Okay. Okay. So David says if the bot is tracking the number of records to know if there is a new delivery. So he's talking about a new record that's added.
No. That okay. I'm going to show that. Okay, that the big. You know, we here for 12 days. So I'm not. You know, this is for maybe next week. Okay. When, or maybe no, maybe not. Depending on how fast I'm going. So yeah, I understand, David, what you want. I will answer that question, and you will be surprised because I don't give a bleep about the record number. The bot is going to execute that the first arrive, first serve. That's it. So if you have 15 people, 15 orders at the same time, the first arrive, first serve, and then the second one, and even if you add a new one, that will be at the end of the queue. That's why I call that the queue.
Well, the bot though is scheduled with a SASE script or something like that, or no, it's scheduled with schedule somehow, right? Or every 5 minutes or something, or
Well, I will show you.
we have to wait. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you
You're
want
holding
the end.
back on you're holding back on the good stuff.
Yeah,
This is
the good.
right. We want to see the good stuff, right? So
Yeah,
sorry.
so it's like when a what I'm showing is not good stuff. It's good. It's very good stuff. Okay, so
Nick Topcat says, Nick, why do you then need the readable serial number?
Oh, it's just because to talk in a bad way happen. So and you want to retrieve your stuff. You say, oh, by the way, the queue the queue item 00315 failed. Okay, you go there, you search for 315. Oh yeah, it failed. You can relaunch it. You can with my UI, you can do a lot of things. That's why I have the number. It's because you don't want to retrieve, because you can have 10 or 15 order with the 4138 a day. So you just want, okay, my serial number, my number, the one I'm interested in is 311. So you go, so that's why, to give a number of each. It's like a line item. It's like a FileMaker did here to name to give a number here, right? Yeah. But for the same reason. Okay, the same reason to retrieve.
Yeah, I mean, using a UUID for that would just get, complex.
No, but I'm to retrieve the information. I need a UUID. But I'm going to look. Slowly, I'm going to explain. So,
all right, sorry, we're just a very impatient people here.
I know. So, but recently, I'm rewatching for the 300 billion times the entire Friends TV show. So you need to know until the last minute to know if Ross and Rachel is going together, right? So you need to wait 10 season and 383 episode to know if Rachel is going to leave. So that will be the same here. You're not going to wait 10 seasons, but you're going to wait
10 seasons of Nick training. Holy shit. Okay, yeah.
We are on season 6 of Nick's webinars. Huh? Now I'm ready to send this. I'm using a table. So table, the Q table. So I have a Q table here, boom. And here I'm creating a record, and I'm putting down the account name, the script name, the script parameters, whatever. And that the queue, that the waiting list, that the what's the name? That FedEx tracks or the post office tracks, right? That the track. So when I put that together, when I put all the information down, okay, here what happened. So I'm doing this. So first of all, I need to make sure that the thing here is on pause, because you can pause it. Okay. So I pause. Oh, okay, that paused. That means, see, you have a number here, right? So you know which one is completed, which one is canceled, so you have some information here, right? So I pause the queue, right? So now that this paused, I can continue my stuff, and look what happened here. Yeah, this is it shouldn't happen, but it's okay. So I'm doing stuff. That is my regular, yes, I know. It's because I shouldn't have. Okay, so I'm doing this, the script name. So I have all my parameters here, right? All my parameters, my 12 parameters there, right? And here, and now I'm creating a new window. So why I'm creating new windows? Because that window is on the queue context. Here now I am on the queue table. I am no longer on the mortality stuff. I am on the original data. I am on the queue table here. I am on the T112 queue. And in the queue, I'm creating a new record, right? And what this record do, right? So new record, and in that table, I have a bunch of auto entry calculation that is stucking in all the information that I have here. I don't have a set field. No, I don't. You know that. You know, I explained that 2 billion times that I'm not doing any. I'm not doing any set field, right? So I have auto entry calculation, and then I create a new record. Creating a new record, all of those things are sucked in, right? And now I close this. Close. And I'm done. The FedEx truck came, right? It collects all the information, all the auto entry calculation, all of this are auto entry calculation, like script name, you know. I had a variable name, you know, the running script name is there, right? And I have the auto entry here. I have a script parameters. So now everything is on the track. So let's have a, you know, a tracker on the track, right? If I go to the track, if I go to the track, this is a track. So I have, this is my last order. This is the one I just launched. I launched it right now, right? On the 21st of July, as 3:39, because that's my time here, free, you know, now it's 3:41, but at 3:39, I launched it, right? This is my track, my package. But this is a queue, which is there, the 00308, July 21st, admin launched this and it's pending. So my order is there is ready to be launched, is ready. So I'm using I'm using a table to put down all the information I need: script name, IDs, who, when, where, what, and, you know, all the whys, right? All the W's, you know, who, when, where, and you know. I put that down on the table, and then I don't give a damn about what, you know. I send. The track is on the way, right? The problem of people trying to build a bot, they fail lamentably, completely, because they try to send the order directly to the machine, right? They try to do that, and it won't work.
Well, it's the most, I mean, but that's the most obvious thing to do. If you're going to tell a robot to do something, you tell it to do it, right?
No, you don't tell him.
Well, I understand in this case, but I'm just telling you logically, I understand why people do that. It makes sense.
And that's why they fail.
Right.
So that's why I'm explaining why because if you go and you say scripts and you link and you link, it won't work. It's impossible to make it work correctly. Here, right, I have my bot is paid for that, you know, is paid for waiting. It's waiting. So how it waits? So let's delete this, you know. I don't want to do that. And let's delete this to make okay. What's the bot's doing? I'm resuming. The bot is paid for that, you know. That the guy doing this, you know, is paid for that. To wait. Is waiting. Look. It's coming.
So a periodic, it's a
fun. It's an on timer. It's a on timer script.
Yeah.
It's a non-timer. Every 10 seconds, you go, do I have something? You do this. Do I have something? Perform fine. Nothing. No match. Nothing to do. Fine. Get out. Bye. Next time. There's something? No. You wait 10 seconds, right? And 10 seconds later, it will come, right? Bam. Do I have something? No. Okay, bye. That's all what the things do. You don't send the order to the bot, say, okay, do something. Because no, the bot is there. Do I have something? No. 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 Do I have something? Yeah. Oh, okay. I have something. Okay. But that doesn't mean that if something else coming, for example, I'm pausing, I pause this. Okay. I'm pausing the queue. And I'm launching a new time. I'm launching the thing. And I say, okay, I want to do this. Do it. So using the client one, launch it. So you click this, and so yeah, this is not supposed to happen, but I will fix that. This is a very early stage of the bot. We are the version I'm using. So you launch the queue, bam, done. So now, if I'm going there, I don't know why I have the question. Oh, I have the question mark because the queue is paused, but it's okay. So now I'm doing another time. I'm inserting in my table, I'm inserting the file. Okay, and I want the client to, let's say I want another script, and the queue is launched. So and I do another time. I click here, right, and I do another time here. I'm inserting another file. And I said I want the client free, launched. Okay, so stop this. Yes, I know. All those errors because it's a very early stage of the bot. Very.
Are you going to update that, or are you just?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not going to update that. I did on the clients.
Right.
For the client. So, and this is the very early stage. I'm allowed to to show, right?
Right.
Okay. So now I have free stuff pending, right? And FileMaker, FileMaker, the first arrive, first serve. Okay. So the first we arrived, we start. I mean, I will start this. This one will start. I will do it. Then you will start this. I will do it. And then we start this. I will do it until it has nothing pending here. So the script, what the script do? Okay, the script do this. We resume, right? So let's resume this. So I'm installing the script on timer. So I'm going to show you that next week, right? How we do the on timer stuff. So boom. So now this is the on timer script. Okay. I perform. I have free stuff. Free, right? So I perform fine, and he found free stuff to do. So what he's doing this, he sorts. That's why I have the number. I have the number because I want what I said, the first arrive, first serve. I didn't say the last arrive, first serve, okay? Because it was showing this, the last arrive it was showing the 311 first, but no, the first arrive, first serve. This is my guarantee. Okay, so that's why I have a number here, because I want to sort in order to make sure that I have the first arrive, first serve. The 9 is first, then the 10, then the 11. So I go to the first here, and I say, okay, do this, right? So now it changed the icon here. because it's okay. It's okay to go, right? So I'm setting some IDs here, right? And I'm perform scripts by name based on the script name field I have on the Q table, right? And the parameter based on the script parameter field I have on the Q table, that gives me what it needs to do. Now, he performed the script with all, so we are going to see that. We are going to, all the week, next week, we are going to dissect all of this, right? And I'm saying, okay, I'm setting variable, I'm setting variable, I'm setting variable, I'm setting variable, all the variable I need because I'm going to send plenty of stuff. I'm going to do plenty of stuff. Of course, I have my beautiful technique of the car star window, because the car star window put myself in the right context. Here, to work, the first thing I do here, you remember, I have created a table where I put my container, where I put the Excel file. Remember, I need to retrieve that Excel file. I need to go to that table and pick up that Excel file that I put there. So the guy in Colombia, okay, the guy in Colombia put something in the container on that, in a record in that table. Now the bot in Ohio is going to say, okay, guys, I have the ID. Okay, I have all the information I need to retrieve that guy. I'm going to retrieve that guy. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm go to that. I'm going to that table. I'm setting some stuff. This is for, we can skip this for now. Okay. And I retrieve my stuff. So I retrieve I did the perform find here, and he passed. Perform find and he passed. That means I found it. So now if I go there, that's why I'm going to show my technique here. To make sure that things works, you say get found count should be 1. Okay, 1, that means, okay, I have the thing. And, I am in T. I'm in the, no, what is this? The context of this is T12. I'm in T12, right? So I want to make sure that I am in the right thing. So I'm going to 12, right? And I want to know the container. Okay, the client data. Okay, I'm good, And, oh, by the way, what is the client data? That's okay, but I want to know the script name. Which script name? Oh, yeah, okay, it's the original import one. So see, you can track things now, right? You can track things. And you can track things also using another technique of mine. I'm using, sometime, I'll show you. I'm creating variable, local variable. That means a local variable will exist. The variable will exist for the time of the existence of the script. That means the script starts, you set the variable, the local variable. The local variable is available until the script stops. After that, it goes.
Correct.
If the global variable, if you launched it, it will stay until you change it, until you put it quote to remove it, or until you quit FileMaker. Okay, so it will stay. So now, thanks to this technique, I'm putting those in a global, because for debug purposes, it makes everything so simple. Because I know, the file name, I know who did, I know, for example, the layout, I know the script name, I know the script parameters. I can even have the script parameters somewhere. So I know pretty much everything I need to know in the in those variables, right? So for debug purposes, it's very cool. So now I'm doing all the process. which I don't want to show that right now because it's something I want to take time. Okay, so you export. That's why we have the bot, right? I'm going to repeat myself next Tuesday, but we export the Excel file, right? We export it and that is not possible on server.
Right.
Period.
That's the rub. Yeah.
That's why we have a bot, and the bot. I'm going to explain again. The bot is way better for many things than the perform script on server. Because, and you said that 2 days ago, Richard, the visual return. First of all, I don't know if you noticed something here. I am debugging a script that has been on the bot.
On the bot. Yep.
That's something you cannot do on the server. And when you have something like this, when you have script like this, you're very happy to be able to debug it. I tell you. You pray God all day long because you say thanks that I can do that. Okay, so thanks to Nick that I can do the bot because you can debug it.
Normally, if you have a short script step that is going to run, you're going to have a situation where you would just send it to PSauce and it does it for you on the server. But remember the copy, the PSauce on the server, same as Sassy, is essentially from our understanding and our perspective, it's a headless copy of FileMaker Pro. So FileMaker took a copy of Claris, the company, took a copy of FileMaker Pro. They essentially stripped out the interface updates and elements of it, built it as part of FileMaker server. And so when you call it, essentially it's a copy of FileMaker Pro that's running with no visual indications at all that it's running, except that the server will show a little notification that it's running. So as long as you have a short script that's easy to debug, that's easy to control, it doesn't pose a risk. But some of the next scripts are big enough and long enough that if they went wild, you might have to actually force quit and stop that headless version of FileMaker running on the server, right? We're not talking about a full copy of Pro. It's part of the installation of FileMaker server. If you go into FileMaker server, we could talk about this tomorrow if you want to talk about with Jacob. But when you install FileMaker server on Mac, Windows, or Linux, there's about 5 or 6 or 8 different processes that are running. There's a process for the front-end web admin. You got a process for the DAPI, the custom web publishing. You got a process for help. You got a process for backups and managing. And then you have this process that's Sassy or PSauce, which is really kind of this headless version of Pro. And so if any of these run wild, it's bad for your server. And by us running a very big, long script with lots of complexity, we run the risk of something happening. So when the scripts get long and ugly, we want to visually see what they're doing so they're not headless. Off of the head, we want to see the head. And we also want to be able to debug. And then also, if the robot is going to have a problem, the robot disconnects, maybe it crashes, and the FileMaker server continues on, which is an essential. It's like if you have a train and the last car of the train is on fire, just disconnect that last car and eject the last car, leave it behind, and you keep getting away from the fire in the front part of the train.
Exactly. So the bot here is because why this company, I gave them. Immediately, I said we need a bot. But like 2 days after I start working for them, I said we need a bot. Why? Because they import millions of data of records. Like you have 10 people doing that all day long. So they import. That's what they do all day long. And the process was taking like 7 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. So the thing is, it was taking too long, right? Way too long, and the client and the guy doing this was busy, was doing nothing, sitting on his hand, right? Because the machine was busy. So I said, okay, let's get the bot busy. So I said that yesterday, but I'm going to repeat that. The advantage of the bot is that you can send, you can say post process like tonight, for example. Okay, you can say, oh, do that tonight. When everybody sleeps, do it, right? And the bot is going to execute. Because you have the queue. See the queue, my queue list like this. You say, okay, the on timer, you can put on timer on, by the time, let's do that at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. or 1 a.m., right? So, or you can say, oh, do that tomorrow. I don't need that now. Do that tomorrow. Or like I said yesterday, do that when the bot is ready. When the bot is free, do it. When it's free, the last on the that will be the last arrive, last serve. Like low priority. So you can have a high priority, low priority on the bot. Let's say I am the boss of the company. Like Richard comes. Oh, I'm a high priority. I don't care about Nick Hunter. I don't care about Jacob. I want my stuff first. I come in with a high priority. The bot say, "Whoa, I have a priority, top priority." Okay, let's pause everything else, and so you can do crazy things, right?
Yep. It's pretty neat. So, if we have a chance, we might run a demo, Nick. We had a demo. It was set up by this European operation. I can't remember. We shot a video on it at one point, not recently. We titled it called "The Ability to Trigger a Script." Kind of totally, it's a hack. It's an abomination, according to Nick. And it's not something that Nick uses. I think the on-window timer is good, but they had this script that you could trigger by you getting rid of or changing the record on
you delete the record.
And it triggered, and it could force the robot to immediately go, oh, here we go, right?
on record load, you delete the record. So I delete the record that launch, so you create a record and you delete it. When you delete the record, it will trigger.
Force the robot to run immediately, but I don't use it. I think it's cute and cuddly. I think it's what Nick would call an abomination. It's an abomination, right?
Abomination.
It's an abomination. So it's really a misuse of a fly swatter. It's like using a fly swatter to, I don't know, clean the toilet or something. It's just a misuse of the tool. So is it cool? Is it neat? Is it stimulate your brain? Yeah. So we might pop that one out, Nick. That's a fun one. That's the company. I'll go find them. But they built this demo. A couple demos. They're kind of like these. There's a handful of companies out there that create some really compelling little demos. DF Digital Fusion in Australia, they do that. Every once in a while, Solion will come up with a solution, a little sample file. Beeswax do that too. So
the on timer. Okay, so the on timer. I don't know if you remember my iTunes.
That's how you got your job at Claris.
At Claris, yes.
Yes.
So the iTunes replication that I've done, I replicate an entire iTunes. Okay, of 2004, right? The iTunes of 2004. So iTunes of 2004 entirely rebuilt with FileMaker. So and that's how I met Honza Kudelka, because he had the simple sound plugin that's capable of playing sounds with FileMaker on the background, right? So and I became a guru of on timer because everything was based on timer, everything. Okay.
Yeah.
So I like the on timer because you can stop it and launch it when you want. Okay, so you can pause, you can start, you can change you can make more frequently, you can make it less frequently. So you can do whatever you want with this. It's cool. It's a cool feature.
It's also a certification test question on the test. Couple questions about on timers. So,
but everything we show is things we talk about many times. But I hope I'm not getting anybody board, but I will ask the authorization at one point of the final client to display the final version of it, which is pretty impressive about the returns. And that the last week we will talk about that, how we get visual returns of what the bot is doing. Okay, so I want to explain how we do that. How we, but that's at the end. Okay.
All right, cool. Well, that's it for today. Tomorrow's going to be open Q&A with Jacob Taylor. Yeah. Oh, you missed the show yesterday with the helicopter. Yeah. Took off 7 minutes into the flight. My instrument panel went to red, warning me of an impending engine failure. And my butt got really tight. And I lowered the power setting back, and that's, of course, people calling me. Oh, speaking of that's my pipe mechanics going. All right, well, I'll call it. I'm going to call him and find out what my helicopter. There we go. So Well,
So
hang
what
up
happened?
here.
So what happened to?
I made
so
it
you
back to the
left?
airport. It's fine. It's an instrument problem. It's not an engine problem, which is great, right?
Oh yeah.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!